stop. So I was like, is it going to stop? And they're jigging away to the music. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm Bianca Valenta. I am a life coach and a personal success coach and founder of The Stress-Free Life. I'm trying to, if you're wondering why I put the music there, it's to get me jiggy and detached from my world, my life, and so I can be completely focused with you. Thank you for joining me. Clap, clap, clap. I'm working really hard to get my energy up. I have my second vaccine and I'm like, oh, and kids up all night and raw. So I just slap some makeup on and I'm here with you. I'm not always this happy, by the way. I feel like she's a freak. No, I am a normal person. I try and ramp it up to be here with you and energize you. Okay. So I've been reading this stuff about marketing and apparently I'm meant to connect with your pain point, which I'm going to do. But I do want to start off saying that this thing isn't necessarily what I'm doing today, what you'll say, oh, I joined the Stress-Free Life group to do this. There's some things in the group that I think they need this. I'm going to do this for them. And they've asked for, like next week, I'm doing positive inner voice. There's some things that as a life coach, I've been working with clients for like over 5 years. And there's things that I know that I do that work for them. And part of the sort of coaching strategy, the process that I've got in place that works, it's taken many years to refine to a really perfect sort of smooth running machine that helps my clients is this. And I am at some stage in the near, well, not the next year, at some stage going to charge and take this stuff off and charge it. But I'm giving it to you free right now because this group's small and I know that there's people out there who want it. I know you need this because so many people have joined this group because it's, sorry, say hello, say hello. If you're watching on replay, if you're watching it live, say hello, see who's there. Don't forget to click on the restream, approve your name bit so that I know who it is. So this is going to be a really great session because it's going to help you get really clear about what you want, because sometimes we're stuck in what we don't want. I don't approve energy drinks, but today I need it. So I'm going to have it. Okay, so when we are stuck in a difficult place where we're kind of, it's not horrific all the time. And if it is, then I'm sorry, we can work through that. But, life's like that. Sometimes it's okay, it's manageable. And then sometimes it's just like everything, whether it's work or money or finances or partners or kids or job or it just seems to be overwhelming and there's no strategy. And what I want to do is get really clear with you today. Like, why? Why do you want to do something about it? God, I'm really nasal. That's attractive. Why is it important for you to do something now? Why is now the time for you to change? What's important about that for you? I hope this is going out live because I never really know. I'm on restream at the moment. So if you do log on, if you do watch this on replay, please say hello. Because it's so important that you need to know what's going to trigger you now. And if we don't have a really clear vision about what we want and how we're going to get it, then we're just kind of walking in the dark. We're kind of just hoping we'll end up in this happy life. And actually, happiness isn't an accident. It's something we create. It's something we say, that's where I want to get to. And I'm not stopping on my little journey of life till I get there. Okay, so I really want you to focus on today is the day that you make your vision for you and your life. And I really want you to take 2 seconds and ask, if I'm happy and healthy and well, who is going to be positively impacted in my life? Put it in the chat box, put it in the messages. Who is positively impacted by you being happy, healthy, and well? Having that sort of inner confidence that you're doing what you want to do, that purpose. Your kids, your partner, your job, your mum, your dad, your family, your siblings. It's not just about you. And yes, it is. But Think about that, because so many people in the group are putting other people's needs before their own, and they're doing things for other people, and they're working really hard, and they're telling themselves they're not good enough because they haven't got all these things sorted. You haven't got enough time. You know, can't do everything. You're doing your best, and it's just not good enough. And so that's one other thing. So think about who it's going to impact, okay, other than just you. Because when you know that you are so important and your happiness is important, and in order to do a good job and be a good mum and be a good successful employee or run your business, when you know that when you're in a really good place, everyone else around you is going to be impacted, because a lot of people in this group come from a really caring place. So I'm going to put up my vision board. Let's give it a go. Share my screen. I can relate. And I do want to say, I've been where you are right now. I have been overwhelmed, stressed, confused. And you know, when you kind of, right, okay, I'm going to get a strategy in place. I'm going to get everything sorted. And then it works for a little while and it drips off, even if it's your kids and the reward charts or some sort of home plan, housework plan that you're going to do it at this certain time, and it just doesn't quite work out. And those things you think, okay, I'm going to give it a no. And sometimes it's like being a weeble. You just keep, is that a Plymouth Janner thing? Being a weeble, you just keep feeling like you're a skittle. You're getting knocked over and you just have to keep getting back up. And then you get knocked over and you get tired of having to get back on your feet. And I get that. I remember just being tired most of the time, just being really tired, until I discovered the secrets to being energized and motivated and happy and stress-free and calm. I kind of was just tired. I mean, that's when I went to the GP and I said, I'm just exhausted. You're depressed. Here, have some antidepressants. I was exhausted because I was just constantly thinking of all the things I've got to do, and I wasn't excited about doing it. So I really want you to take time to think, okay, what are you tired of right now? What is it that you're tired of doing that just isn't working? Not as in like, I'm tired of trying to lose weight, or I'm tired of being healthy, or tired of my kids. Things that I'm talking about what you're tired of that you're going to tackle, that you're going to get on top of. Okay, because we need to let some stuff go. We want to let some stuff go, don't we? You know, you want to let it go. And I want you to think, okay, if I am going to let some stuff go, what am I going to get on top of? What do I need to work on? Think about the wheel of life I did a couple of weeks ago. We're not going to do everything all at once. We're going to focus on doing one thing well. I hope the screen is sort of coming up with orange saying the network connection is not very good. So I hope you can hear me okay. Now, I also want you to think about what you're going to change and what are you going to get excited to change. And now I get it, because if someone asked me that when I was in the position you are in, what are you excited to change? I'd be like, I'm not excited about changing anything. I just want an easy life. I just don't want the stress. I don't want the hassle. So we know what we want to get rid of. But the whole point about today, we need to know what we want to get. If you're going to go and buy a house, you've got a clear idea of what it looks like, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what size garden. But when the people ask you, like, okay, well, what do you want from your life? What do you want from your life? People are less clear. Where's my mouse? I'm trying to get it off the screen. Oh, there you are. People are less clear about what they actually want. So I want you to think really hard about, if your life was a house, what would you want to put in that house? What would you want? Would you want health, prosperity? Would you want, what kind of parent do you want to be? All those things, wanting happy and healthy kids, wanting to be successful in your career, wanting a happy, healthy relationship, all those things that you actually want, because I want to get really clear about what you're going to get. And this was one of the things that transformed my life, because I was stuck in a stuck place, thinking all the time about all the things that are overwhelming me and my job and not being appreciated and feeling like a failure and just wasn't doing good enough. And what really transformed me was, okay, well, what do I want? And how am I going to remind myself every single day of what I want? So let me get rid of this. A little bit about me, because no one's watching anyway. And if you're watching it on replay, you can fast forward because I'll let you have that bit. I am Bianca Valenta. I'm a life coach. I'm a personal success coach, because success, people think about business or money or jobs or that kind of success. For me, I've worked with people who are in, six-figure salaries, doing really, really well, but not feeling inside, still got the imposter syndrome, still struggling with doubt, questioning themselves, overthinking, worry. And when I work with those clients, I suddenly realized, yeah, they look successful on paper, but they're not feeling it. And what's the point in being successful if you're not feeling successful? That's why I'm a personal success coach. And you can get that in any spectrum of your life, no matter what job you're doing, no matter where you are, what you're working towards. It's about saying, I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do, and I'm doing it well. And that's what I get my clients. Because I was incredibly successful in my career. As a teacher, I worked in logistics. I was a senior manager in a school, but I didn't feel it. I was racked with doubt. And now I'm really successful as a coach, and I recognize it every day. And I want you to get to a place where you recognize the success in what you do. And that's why you're here. Okay, so that's about me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. I hope that's okay, because I know that you don't necessarily want to see me all the time, but you may want to. So there's a little picture inside. So we absolutely have the choice of focusing on the stress, or we can focus on the solution. And I want you to think, when I'm happy, what is it going to look like? What will I be wearing when what does it feel like? How will I know when I'm stress-free, when I'm calm and confident and in control and all those things? And we can focus on where we are and we're being stuck, or we can focus on the solution. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to focus on the solution. Okay, and now there is a little bit of vision boards. It's a bit woo-woo. Everything I do is based on science and research. I don't do anything potentially about crystals. I'm happy for people to use crystals, but there's no scientific research behind it. There is scientific research behind hugging a tree and magnetic auras and lots of things like that. But what I do is promote things that actually have scientific evidence behind them. And I want to tell you that vision boards actually don't. It's one thing I'm going to promote to you that don't have any scientific proof that they work. But from experience, my experience working with clients, looking people who have done it, it kind of, when you look at the psychology behind it, what we're doing is prompting our subconscious, unconscious brains to constantly look at what we want, as opposed to being drawn to what we don't want. And that's the way it works. Okay. Is there scientific evidence? No. But is there scientific evidence about drawing your subconscious awareness to what you want? Yes. And that's what we're doing. Okay. So you've got the choice. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? It's okay for you to be cynical and go, yeah, a vision board's not going to get me anything. A few pictures, it's not going to get you anything. What is going to get you something is you. You're going to get yourself to deal with. And I think it's about saying, do I want to just give it a go? And I got to go into this open-minded. Last week in the live, I said, when you join this group, did you go, oh, I'll give it a go. It might work. Or did you say, damn it, I'm going to make this work. I am going to do everything I can to get myself on top of what I'm struggling with. I'm going to do everything I can to manage my stuff, my mindset, my health, my happiness. Okay. And I want you to be fighting for your happiness. You deserve to be happy. Don't you? Do you? Because if you're going, oh, I don't know, then we're looking at a self-belief, a self-worth issue. But right now, I want you to say out loud, or with people, say it in your head, I deserve to be happy. Because you do, don't you? Absolutely. So, and this is quite good fun if you're creative. This is about intention. It's about calling forth the images, what you want to achieve from your life. And we are powerful. We have the power to change our lives. and we're going to make this work. And I really want you to focus that what we put our intentions in, what we focus ourselves on is what you'll get. If you focus on looking at your troubles and saying about how hard your life is, you're going to feel stuck. And your life may be hard. I'm not saying it's not, but if you want to get out of it and whatever it is that's holding you down, whether it's health, I've got 100 health ailments. You know, I have been racked with a number of really debilitating illnesses. And it's about saying, how am I going to respond to that? How am I going to overcome those challenges? You know, personal grief, loss, all the things that can get us down. And it's about choosing how we respond to it. Okay, so I want you to think about the goal. Something you're trying to grab or achieve or get. Okay, goals are what we can measure. Intentions are what creates the momentum. Okay, I'll leave that on the screen for you to read. I'm going to skip through some of these because this is a presentation, and vacation, that's an American word, isn't it? When you surround yourself with images and ideas of who you want to become, what you want to have, where you want to live or go on holiday, or your life changes, and your life will change to match those images and those desires. You'll see opportunities to get those things. Trust me, if you're going into this with a little bit of, I did too. I went in and said, I'm not sure it's going to work, but I'll give it a go because it won't hurt. Okay, and when you think about it, most people never pause long enough to ask themselves what they want. They let life happen to them. They just get the job that fits in with the kids. They get these things. And I want you, they go to university not really sure what they want to do, and then they get a degree and then they find a job and it's about really being purposeful with your life. If you're over the age of 30, my transformation years were when I was 40, when I was like, oh my God, I've never actually sat in the driving seat of my life. I've just kind of been a passenger. And now's the time for me to jump on board. Okay, so I want you to just take 2 minutes. If money, people's opinions and judgments and fear were not factors, what would you want to be or do or have? What would be your ideal job? What would be your ideal house? What would your relationship be like? I want you to tell yourself, what is it that's telling me that I can't get those things? That I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I don't have the money to do it, or I don't have this. Because I want you to really think about what you would have to believe in order to be, do, or have those things. One of the clients I was working with is, struggling with her job right now and finding the right job for her. And I get it. But what's really holding her back is herself, because she doesn't, when she goes for job interviews, she doesn't believe she's good enough for the job. And, God, I get it. I'm here thinking, oh God, loads of life coaches out there, maybe doing better than I am. And I come in and I say, you know what? I'm doing the best I can. And I know really good stuff, and I get amazing reviews and client feedback. So I'm doing something right. And I look at myself and I go, I know, I can feel I'm doing a good job. I know I'm doing a good job. And I want you to start thinking, okay, what do I have to believe about myself in order to get those things? Okay. And I really want you to think what is important to you, what matters to you in your life. Because if you're saying, oh, I just want loads of money, there's lots of things we can do to get lots of money, but you may not want to do those things part of you. Okay. And it's about saying, what do you have to believe? If it's money or time, what do you have to believe or change about how you believe yourself? Okay. I'm getting a bit too deep here. So what do you want to be? What's important about you? And I want you to go away and write I am statements and say already, I want to be a good mum. I am a good mum. I want to be a good wife, partner. I am a good partner. I want to be these things. And I want you to write them as I am already there. And I want you to think about what you want to do. I want to do a job that makes people's lives better. I want to start a business. I want to learn a language. I want to improve myself, and I want you to really be descriptive about what you want. And I want you to think about what you have. And this is where you can be big. Go on. These are your dreams. Let's not sort of make it. I want to have, £1 million house. Is it superficial wanting material things? That's probably what's holding me back. I'm spending too much time on here with you for free because I want to make a difference. But, it's about, I want to have a holiday home. I want to have a car that I don't go, I've got like an MOT coming up. I hope it passes. I want to have all those things that, are bigger, and I want to allow myself to dream. I want you to allow yourself to dream. Don't be afraid of dreaming, of having hopes, having fantasies. Dream big, because if you achieve 10% of something big, you're achieving a lot. If you achieve 100% of something tiny, you're not achieving as much as you could. Okay. And it won't hurt to have a dream, because you're not going to get to the end of your life and go, I wish I had had smaller dreams. I wish I hadn't aimed so high. You won't. You're going to say, I worked my hardest to get where I am today. Okay, so this is the fun bit. I want you to, now we've started thinking about what we want from our life. Okay, you've started thinking about what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have from your life. And we're starting to now taking off, that kind of darkness that's been holding you down, that kind of pressure, you're not good enough. We're just loosening off, getting rid of those shackles. We're getting a chance to say, okay, well, if I was everything I could be, if I was feeling, how do I get back on the screen? Is that better? There we go. If I was everything that I think I might have potential to be, just a little bit of me, what would that look like? How would it feel? And it's just freeing, isn't it? Would you be doing the job? If you could have any job, would you be doing your job? And I'm not saying go out there, get rid of your job, hand in your notice. I'm not saying that. I'm saying let's focus so that when opportunities to get where you want to be come up, you grab them, because you know that that's going to help you. Obviously, when you work with a coach, you build plans to get specifically for you. But right now, you're watching this, doing the work for yourself, and that's going to give you a good start. So vision boards are so powerful, because you're going to create. Now, I went to a shop that rhymes with Ange and starts with R. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. And I got myself this. Okay, it was £1.50. Okay, it's a big bit of card. What was that Australian guy? I can't remember his name, but I think he was a bit naughty, so I won't remember. If you can remember the name of the Australian guy that I am talking about, please put it in the chat, because it's gonna bug me, Okay, you get yourself a craft board. You go on the internet, you go through magazines, and anytime you see a picture, you think, I would love that. A car, kids happy on the beach, a holiday home, a house. And I want you to be really intentional. What do you want intentional? Well, I have to slow down because I'm very excited. I want you to be really clear on what you want for your life. And think about that wheel of life I gave you last week. What do you want for your career? What do you want for you? You might want plastic surgery. You might not. You might just want to love your body for what it is. You might want to be blonde. You might want, I don't know. You might want personal development. You might say, I've always wanted to be a swimming instructor or swim the channel or something for you, for your finances, for your health, for your relationships, for your kids, for your friends, your family, whatever you want. When you see a picture that resonates, such a coachy word, when you see something that resonates, you rip it out and you stick it in. And that's the whole point. And you can keep on adding to this. Some people use words, really inspirational words. Some people use pictures. Some people use textures. How you choose to do it's up to you. You know you better than anyone else does. And I really want you to think, okay, I'll get rid of that stupid thing. That doesn't need to be that. Hide that. Okay, flip through magazines, all the internet and pictures and stuff. Rip them out. Yes, you can do these online. Yes, you can there's lots of vision board apps and stuff. They don't work as well, because the whole point, you're going to do this, you're going to put it on the inside of your wardrobe or on your kitchen cabinet and see it every day. And it's going to help you think about what you want. And it's going to pull you away from what you don't want. And so many clients have come to me and said, oh, you know what? It feels like I might just be rubbing salt in the wound of what I haven't got in my life. It doesn't do that. It helps you realize there is a way out and you are the solution. So get magazines, sort them out, put them in a pile and feel it. And you might find that everything doesn't fit on your board. And so you just choose the ones that stick best with you. Okay. Trust yourself to throw some that away. Doesn't mean you're throwing away your dreams. It means you're focusing on what you want. Okay. Arrange your pictures on the poster board. You know, if you want to, me personally, I do a business one, like work, career, business, and I do a personal life, health, family one as well. I have two. I'm going to redo mine with you. I'm committing to that now. I'm going to put it in a post tomorrow saying, you know what, when am I going to get mine done by? I'll decide that soon. I want you really to think about how your book is going to look, your board. Okay. And then you stick them on and you decorate, and you can put unicorns or crystals or anything you want. But the key is to put it somewhere prominent that you're going to see it every day. Okay, the women I've worked with who have got the most success from this really were the ones who hung it somewhere that they saw it every day and prompted them to stay true to who they were, who valued themselves and said, you know what, I don't care how long it takes or what I have to do. I am going to get that life, and I'm going to work really hard at getting that happy life. Okay, and I really want you to say, I am working hard to get this every day. Because you're now creating the vision for what you want. And if you don't have a clear vision, what's the point? Oh, I'm not happy. Okay. What do you want to have from it? Oh, I don't know, really. I don't know what I want from my life. I don't know what. And people are a bit embarrassed to say, actually, I would like to be earning 100 grand a year or 200 grand a year or whatever it is you'd like to be. No, you can get that. It's just about saying how, because you have the capacity. And there's a couple different types of vision boards you can do. I'm kind of later on down my life, I know exactly what I want, and I just need to remind myself every day to get it. So that's the one I'm going to create. I'm very clear about what I want for my business. And I'm motivated. I'm motivated from a place of love and compassion because I want to make a difference to people's life. And I'm a little bit heartbroken that no one is watching. And so I'm like, oh, I could go away and go, oh, no one really cares about what I'm doing. I'm not. I'm going to come on. And if you are watching this, please just make sure you put replay, hashtag, anything you want, say hi. I'm motivated by making a difference to people's lives. And if I'm not doing that, that's what upsets me. Okay, that's my passion. I want to make a difference to women's lives because not enough love and attention is given to us women who are working and kids and stress. I had a client the other day who's an amazing doctor, and she was saying, oh, someone said to her, you know, it's about kids. I won't go too much into details because she's amazing. She's probably watching and I haven't got her permission to share. But essentially, it is really hard having kids and working. It is really hard. I found it really challenging to find my balance between the two from someone who's been up all night with her kids and had to sort out childcare because one of them's off sick. But I know what I want. I want my kids to be emotionally healthy and focused and healthy and stuff. But okay, I'll shut up now. The opening and allowing vision board. That's when you really don't know. You haven't had much time or given yourself freedom to think about what you want. Or if you've been through a period of depression or grief, or you're feeling like, actually, I'm in a dark place and I don't know what that light place looks like. That's okay. What we're going to do is allow you to dream. And you may be in this sort of opening and allowing vision board, which might be actually, you know, you want change, but you're not sure if you can do it or if it's even possible. And then I just want you to think about pictures that delight you or make you happy. You know, pictures of trees or unicorns or whatever it is, you know, butterflies, anything that helps you free up your soul, because it's come from a dark place and it's a little bit, well, it's probably quite a lot upset. And there's that fear that if I dream too big, then that might be a failure, and that kind of negative feedback loop. That's okay. You don't, just look through pictures that help you remember why you're here on this earth and what's important. Okay. It might just be a picture of a kid smiling, or a teddy bear, or a little picture of a stream, a babbling brook. Just make it a nice, gentle one that makes you be happy that you're on this earth and that there's nice things to look at and that bring you pleasure. Because right now it's about just adjusting your brain chemistry and reminding you there is nice stuff in this world and you can be a part of it too. Okay. So that's the opening and allowing, which is just kind of a bit more helping you get to where you want to be. And then there's a theme. If it's your birthday, if you're aiming for something, or you want to a certain time get a house by a certain time, and you want your house to look a certain way, it could be very specific. It could be a very career focused one. Like I was saying before, I've got a business one and a home, health, family, life one, which is just generally me. I want you to really think about, if there's something very specific in your life. You say you want a car, you haven't had enough money for a car for ages and you want it. I want you to get pictures of cars and put them up there, because that's going to prompt you not just to look at it and go, oh, I wish I had that car. You're going to look at it and go, okay, how am I going to get that car? And so here's some example of some, I've done a couple workshops with people of vision boards that I have created. This is one where she was like kind of coming from a place of stress, but wanted to create a better relationship, but kind of wanted to get on top of things. This was more of a career woman who wanted to get more public, be okay to grow her life, grow her energy, grow her business. This woman, as you can tell, was very therapeutic. She did one very much about her garden and how she wanted it to look. She was a practitioner who worked outside. I can't remember this one, but it's not very good vision. I hope you can see it. I can't remember doing this one either, and it's very small. I think these are ones people did outside and then emailed me in. But you can see there's pictures, there's words, there's shapes, there's lots of different things there. There's not one of mine on there. Oh, in my book, my workbook, you can see mine that I've put in there. Yeah. So, and then they work because they keep you focused on what you want, not what you don't want. Well, no one's been watching, so I'm hoping if there's any questions that you have them, you can DM me. You can drop them in the comment box below. I will check. And if you haven't got a copy of the ebook because you're not on the mailing list, there's a link below to subscribe to the mailing list and get it sent through to you. I can't think of anything else to say. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm a bit tired now. But I would really love you, when you've done your vision boards, to take a photo and send them through. I want to know what your vision boards look like. And if you have any questions, get in touch. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.